Thank you for purchasing your innovative fluid handling storage and dispensing system. To make your task of setting up your system easier, follow along with this videotape or watch it before setup to familiarize yourself with the simple steps required for proper installation. On the average, 2 workers can have the system up and running in less than 2 hours, so you'll be able to enjoy the convenience of your IFH system in just a short time. Begin the installation procedure by checking the packing list and inspect all the parts to make sure no parts are missing or damaged in transit. If concealed damage is found, notify the delivering carrier immediately and do not proceed further with installation. Once you've determined that all the parts are included and in good condition, you're ready to begin assembling the system. Before setting up frames, measure from the foot plate and mark the keyhole slots for the crossbeam installation on both frames, top and bottom. Notice that no bolts are needed for rack assembly. For outboard units, the first level is at 4 feet 2 inches. The second level is at 6 feet 6 inches. The third level is at 8 feet 10 inches, and the fourth level is 11 feet 2 inches. For inboard units, the first level is at 6 feet 6 inches. The second level is at 8 feet 10 inches, and the third level is 11 feet 2 inches. Install the lower row of crossbeams as described. Now the framework can be stood upright. Position racking with a minimum clearance of 12 inches at the back of the unit, and the rear beam can be installed. Be sure the safety lock has been fully engaged. Foot plates with 9 16-inch holes are provided on each upright frame. If desired, the unit can be anchored to the floor before proceeding. For added safety, the top of the unit may be secured to a wall or a roof truss. The next step is to install the sight gauges into each container of your IFH system. Use the supplied joint compound on all threaded joints. Using 2 3/4-inch PVC 90-degree elbows, thread them into the front of each container and tighten for proper alignment. Place 2 number 10 hose clamps onto a piece of PVC hose and tighten down between the 2 elbows. Make sure all fittings are tight. Finally, thread the 3/4-inch screen vent onto the top of the container. Repeat this entire procedure for all containers in your system. If your system requires a glass sight gauge, thread a 3/4 by 1/2 inch hex bushing into both 3/4-inch flanges. Then, use joint compound to install the 1/2 inch brass expansion gauge elbows and thread them into the hex bushing and tighten down. Make sure the drain is on the lower flange. Then install the glass sight gauge with Teflon seals and protective side rods. Next, bolt the drip pan and the channel beam to the frame with a 3/8 by 1 inch bolt. Bolt the manifold assemblies to the channel beam with a locking lug and bolt provided. Now, the containers can be placed in the racking. Place each container as appropriate, beginning with the top row. The containment bracket must be installed before fittings are threaded into the container. Number each container and the appropriate valve arrangement as shown in the diagrams. Cut the PVC tubing and run it from the containers to the valve assembly. The hose should be fitted to the container valve and the valve arrangement working from the top row to the bottom. Failure to do so may result in the shortage of hose. The 1-inch PVC tubing and flex steel hose on upper levels should run between the lower containers. Due to limited workspace, all containers with flex steel hose assemblies should be placed on the racking and the fittings tightened at the container before the remaining containers are installed. If the system is equipped with flex steel hose assemblies for each container, start with the top row. Tighten all fittings at the container and repeat the procedure for the remaining row or rows. Next, install the suction tube holder brackets. 1 extra spring clip is provided for mounting on the upright frame in a position that allows the discharge hose to hang and drain into the drip pan. Finally, Attach the transfer pump and the timer on the right-hand side of the system. Attach the suction and discharge hoses to the pump. Affix the product nameplates to both the front of each container and at each dispersing valve. Be sure to read and understand the operating instructions before attempting to use this system. Again, thank you for purchasing an IFH system. We're confident you will appreciate the convenience and ease of use for many years to come. For more information on our complete line of fluid handling systems, give us a call. Innovative Fluid Handling Systems. We dispense solutions.